What's up, YouTube? It's Mike from Maestro Vintage YouTube channel, and coming back with another YouTube video of sales from like the last week and a half. And I'm trying to pick out sales that have been doing a little better for me because I've been working on raising my average sale price now that I am hand picking items more than going to the bins anymore. So I starting off, I was like somewhere around like a $14 average sale price, and I was really trying to like double that. So this first item was a pair of Coach Foxy Brown knee-high boots. Some Coach items do well for me and others sit a while. It seems like if you get like good heels or good boots, something like this, they'll sell a little better than like the sneakers that I found. So I think I listed this beginning of August and it sold like within the last week. So it was like just under 2 months that this sat. This next item sat forever. I bought this back probably last year at the bins. It was a John Wayne fleece, like plaid pullover. It just went for 15 bucks, but I probably paid like $1 for it. Now these Vionic Chase Chukka boots. I bought a bunch of Vionic shoes a couple weeks, maybe closer to a month ago. And there was only one or two pairs of men's shoes, but these boots went for 73, which was full asking. And actually, no, this says updated June. I may have had these a couple months. These did take a little bit longer, more so than all the ladies' shoes, but I paid $12.99 for them. Now we have a few Mercari sales, which Mercari's starting to pick up for me. I think it's past Poshmark, or at least getting close, so that's cool. Now, when I first started selling on eBay, London Fog was a brand that I picked up like a tan trench coat and sold. It was one of my first international sales. Went maybe to someone like in Canada for 50 or 60 bucks, and that was a pretty big sale for me at the time. Then somewhere along the lines, I just stopped picking this brand up. So I saw it at the thrift store recently, picked it up for $9.99, and it sold within like 2 days on Mercari for 62. And this was just a basic kind of charcoal gray wool overcoat or trench coat. And then Red Wings, these are not the pair of boots that I think of when I think of Red Wings, but this is the king toe, soft toe work boot or hiking boot. And I think I paid $7.99 for these, and they went for 45 plus shipping. And now on to eBay. More Vionics from the same store. I probably paid $12.99. There was a few pair in that lot that I paid like 15 for, but I think these were 12. This is the Jesse ankle boots, and they went for 45 plus shipping. Let's see what's next. Okay, now this is a shirt that I almost passed. If you're just scanning the racks, it kind of looks just like a black thermal or like a basic, but this is the North Face A5 series. It's a merino wool. It's one of those active like outdoor adventure sweaters. It's supposed to dry quick and be really warm and light. I did take an offer on this. It went for 20 plus the 840 shipping. So A5 series is good to look out for. Now, I've sold Allen Edmonds before, but I was unaware that Allen Edmonds made golf shoes. This is the Honors collection, and the model is the Legend. So these and they're real durable. They held up really well. There wasn't much creasing or anything. I mean, they looked almost unused, and they went for the 55 plus shipping. Now, 511 is a brand that makes like a lot of tactical stuff for the service industry and military, and these were the Attack Low boots. They didn't do as well as I thought. I think I paid 10 or 12 bucks for them, and I was thinking I was going to be able to list them higher, but then when I looked at comps, it just wasn't where I wanted it to be, and they sold while I was running a weekend sale, I think. So I mean, I still got about 35 for them after with the shipping, but it wasn't quite what I was looking for. Now, last week I mentioned V-cleat heels on dress shoes and stuff, and this was another pair that I had got. These were Johnston Murphy's but the heel was like, it was pretty messed up. As you can see, the V cleat itself was kind of like coming out, and the layers of like on the level heel, or the layers on the leather heel were coming apart. So I took a picture and I listed it as a damaged heel, and I still got, 30 to 25 for them. So be on the lookout for that heel, that V cleat. All right, this was it's kind of like a hooded field jacket, but it had that parka, like a nylon shell. Um, and it wasn't vintage. It had some marks on the sleeves, but I still got, 55 with shipping for it. It did sit, I think I picked this one up last winter, so it's been sitting for a while, but still, that's not bad for 50 bucks. These were the Nike Run Swift SE. I picked these up. I thought they were guys' shoes, and then when I was looking at comps, I realized that they were women's. Um, I also thought that colorway would do a little better, but I ended up getting the 28 plus 8 for them. So when I'm out thrifting right now, I'm really trying to only pick up things that I think I can list for at least 25 to 30 or more. Whereas before, I would pick up a lot of things just because I knew they were profitable, or I'd sell them before. And I was doing a lot of shopping at the bins where you're paying less than $1 for an item. So like if you're shopping at the bins and you're only paying, change per item, and then you have people listing, you can go with like a quantity approach where you're getting, a few hundred listings up a week. And now that we're not doing that anymore, like I said, I'm really trying to double my ASP. So next up, Lululemon. These are the El Current board shorts. They really cool short. Most of the time when I list Lululemon, especially men's, it only lasts like a day or two. These were actually up for like a week to 2 weeks, but I still got 42 for them. And I paid $3.99 for these. Now this was actually my hat. This was out of my collection. And then I was over it. So I decided I wanted to sell it. John Deere has some very valuable vintage pieces, but comps can also be all over. So you wanna like you got to really do a little bit more research to make sure that you're not kind of selling things too low, or that you're not asking too much, because there's a big range. Now, I thought I was fairly good on the $80, and I've received a lot of offers as soon as I listed this, but after like a month, I think I just wanted to move more stuff because I like to move things quick. So I ended up selling this for 45 plus shipping, which still is not bad. These last two items, though, these items sold the day that I listed them. Now, when I was actually thrifting and I saw these spring blades, these very interesting Adidas shoes, you can see they have a one-of-a-kind sole. When I was looking at the comps, they had a bunch of newer ones that were in like the $30 to $40 range. And then I saw this pair sell, well, they had them listed at 60 or 62, and it showed that they accepted an offer. So I assumed it was less than that, but I priced higher than like the newer, brighter ones, and $39.95. These sold on eBay before I even got done cross-listing them on Mercari and Poshmark. And then these Keens, this is the Whisper model, just a basic fisherman sandal. Good color, you got the gray with like that teal that pops. Keen always does really well as long as like they're in good condition. You find a lot of Keens in the thrift store that are just trashed. So, but these went, it wasn't as quick as those Adidas spring blades, but they went the day that I listed. So, $29.95 plus $8.40 shipping. And that is the last item I have for today. So just to give you guys some ideas of what to look for, or encourage you to be a little bit more choosy when you're out thrifting. I realized through this process the last couple weeks that I think I had like a fear-based mentality when I was thrifting before, because it was hard for me to leave items at the thrift I knew I could sell and I knew were profitable, even though maybe they didn't match what I was really looking for when sourcing inventory. So I encourage you just like be clear about it. Think about what you're trying to achieve as far as your average sale price or profit margin, and then don't be afraid to recheck up comps. Like I got away from checking comps for a long time because I fell into a routine of buying the same things. But you know, a lot of times eBay is like the market, and prices fluctuate, and you know, timing and pricing is everything. So just to give you guys some things to think about, that's all for today. I will talk to you guys soon.